Good morning, everyone. So the fifth slot of MHCT is over now, and I have got the feedback from the students who appeared on this paper, and like surprisingly, it again turned out to be an easy one. So a lot of roller coaster ride over uh, the last few days. Okay, so some of the slots becoming easy, some going difficult. Okay, so that's the feedback that this paper was again easy, maybe at par with slot one, the first day first slot. So if you appeared on this test, please do let me know in the comments कि आप इस पेपर में कितने genuine attempt करके आए हो. Okay, so please keep commenting so that I got a feedback from a couple of students. I want students like feedback from more students so that we get a genuine analysis कि actually कैसा पेपर था. ठीक है, आपको अपने genuine attempts बताने हैं. So as per the feedback from students, I've got कि 140 प्लस इजीली लोग आराम से करके आए हैं. काफी लोग 140 प्लस यहाँ पे लिख रहे हैं. So please comment your number of attempts, how many questions you attempted, how did you find the section. So we will discuss that. Okay, so a lot of people are commenting 150 plus genuine attempts. Okay, so that's a great number if you have attempted that. Okay, 160 around genuine. Okay, so the more people comment, we will be able to get a better estimate कि आप कितने कितने अटेम्प्ट करके आए हो. 160, 170, 156. Puzzles were lengthy. Okay, so some people are saying कि puzzles were lengthy. Some said that puzzles, एक दो puzzles तो easy थे. RC straightforward. Yes, English was straightforward. So please like the stream and then we shall discuss that what happened in the paper. The ones who did not appear on the paper will get to know कि ये paper कैसा आया था, और जो लोग attempt करके आए they will also uh, that get an estimate that what should be the good number here. And let's start. So section wise tha. So this time they had that all five slots were section wise, which was not the case last year. So like all the mocks which you have attempted were jumbled up because last year pura jumbled up आया था. So that's why this time all the institutes they had these jumbled up mocks, right? तो ऐसे कोई institute की गलती नहीं है because it was last year's pattern and everyone followed that trend and had jumbled up questions. But the thing is, the papers were section wise, so probably next year also they will turn it to section wise things. Okay, so this was the pattern across all the slots. Now, talking about the section wise difficulty level, logical reasoning people are saying easy to moderate. Some people might find of this puzzles time taking. अब जो puzzles में अच्छा, तो definitely they would say कि puzzles doable थे. ठीक है. So puzzles were doable. Okay, people were able to easily do those. Abstract reasoning में except a few odd one out which were weird, rest of the things were very simple. Mirror water image ऐसे question आ गए थे. ठीक है. So that was the case. Quant was easy again. Quant में कोई ऐसा unusual चीज नहीं थी like yesterday where there was number system, geometry, etc. So it was proper. इसमें DI फिर से आ गया था. So it was a proper paper, that CET paper that you would call. Okay, so that could be it, right? And then the thing was, okay, not moderate, very easy. Okay, so people are saying easy. So किसी ने कहा कि moderate है, कुछ puzzles लेंदी थे. So let's take it कि possibly इतना आप attempt करके आए हो सकते हो. So at par with slot one, that's what the initial thing suggests, and a lot of people who have voted are saying that 150 plus attempts. Okay, DI was too easy. Yeah, that's the differentiator, right? So if DI, someone told me that both the DI sets were like आप verbally कर सकते थे. You did not have to like pick a pen in many of the questions and quant questions. So quant was again very easy, जो कल बहुत difficult आ गया था. In one of the slots they had put all quant. So unfair exam, like for the past 2 3 years it has been very random. So let's talk about the things that you were asked. So there were a lot of puzzles, like 5 6 puzzles आए हुए थे. They were like mostly on like arrangement based, like profession match करना था, एक circular seating था, एक city based कुछ था, scheduling था. So there were 5 6 puzzles I guess. The students I spoke to not able to recall everything. So अगर कोई और याद आ रहा है, you can tell me which were the puzzles. Then there were a lot of questions on alphabet series, alphanumeric. Yeah, there were some questions on blood relations, coding. Those were all individual questions were very simple. ठीक है. और like it did not require much of effort to solve it, unlike yesterday wherein there were a couple of blood relation sets. एक में तो 13 लोगों की family थी, and another one was also quite lengthy, in which confusing also, where there were different families and a big family tree was there. Okay. Syllogism was a hard. Okay, syllogism was the only hard thing in reasoning. अब syllogism में it was not the typical syllogism wherein you get statement and conclusions. It was tricky one, like इसमें 6 statement होते हैं, like they give you 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then they ask you the conclusions A C E A D B, like this kind of thing was sort of this thing. A B C D E F था, उनमें से बताना था कि which two will give, right? So was it this type that I could infer from someone. एक ने स्टूडेंट ने मुझे फीडबैक दिया कि ऐसा कुछ आया था. ठीक है, दे गिव यू 6 स्टेटमेंट्स A B C D E F, लाइक 1 2 3 4 नहीं होगा, A B C D F होगा. फिर बताना होता है कि इससे स्टेटमेंट भी हमें यहीं से पिक करना है, इसी से कंक्लूजन बनाना है. वाज इट ऑफ दैट टाइप? Okay, so apart from syllogism, rest of the things were easy. So instead of worrying about the syllogism part, one should have focused on the rest of the thing. That goes without saying कि कभी भी कोई भी ऐसा पेपर आता है जिसमें कुछ चीज अजीब सी आ जाती है. ठीक है, so avoid that thing. Instead of crying about कि syllogism difficult थे, focus on things which were easily doable. Okay, so syllogism was difficult, that everyone says. And then abstract reasoning, mirror image, water image, series, odd one out में कुछ एक थोड़े tricky थे. That's what I've got the feedback. I don't know if it was really difficult, but rest of the things were easy. Like water mirror image से easy तो कुछ नहीं होता, and embedded will all. Okay, these were all easy ones. Okay, now QA was bar graph and some investment profit. Yeah, these were very easy questions. जो सीधे देख के आप बता सकते हो, increase decrease पूछा था, right? So easiest of the questions that you can expect in bar graph. Okay, then there were like arithmetic questions, right? HCF LCM based questions, modern maths. I don't think there was geometry this time. Abstract was tricky. Okay, so some people are saying the abstract was tricky. Maybe a few questions were tricky. ठीक है, पूरा you can call it like some of these were tricky. Okay, so uh, QA was easy, very easy, unlike yesterday which was hell. Like even in the first slot, in the morning slot also, there were some difficult questions, although most of the part was doable. There were some difficult questions, but this time it seems they were quite easy. Then there were 3 RCs, and RCs were also very easy. ठीक है, जैसे कल के आरसी थे, कल तो कैट जैट से उठा के रख दिए थे. दिस टाइम द इजी वाज, द आरसीज वर वेरी इजी. वन वाज राइटर ऑन द हिल, वन वाज ऑन टेक्नोलॉजी, some vocab, lot of questions on vocab. There were questions on error detection, phrase replacement, fill in the blanks, ये सब भी आए हुए थे. और vocab and idioms, synonyms, antonyms, idioms, इसके भर भर के question थे. So next year, like probably this is something that you must prepare for well, because दिस ईयर वी नोटिस कि इस बार बहुत ज्यादा वोकैब पूछी गई हर सेक्शंस में. ओके, सो दिस वाज द एग्जाम हाइलाइट, एंड ओवरऑल आई वुड से दैट इट वाज वेरी इजी पेपर, like at par with the first lot. Okay, so easy paper this time. Now let us see that what could be the comparison of these 4 slots. ठीक है, अगर हम बात करें कि जो पहला slot था और 5th slot, they were the easiest slot. अब we can just pray कि क्या normalization होता है, because so far what we have seen is in CET for the past 3 years we have been seeing this कि जो slot easy आता है उसमें हाईएस्ट परसेंटाइल नहीं आती है. आई मीन आई डोंट नो व्हाट दे डू विद द नॉर्मलाइजेशन. आइडियली इट शुड बी इक्वल थ्रू आउट, बट लास्ट ईयर कई लोगों ने फॉर्म भरवाए थे और कई लोगों ने प्रोटेस्ट भी किया था. दैट डज नॉट हेल्प. लास्ट ईयर व्हाट हैपेंड वाज, लास्ट ईयर एंड इवन लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर, जो सबसे इजी स्लॉट आता है उसमें कट ऑफ कैसे आती है, बिकॉज दे डू नॉट रिलीज एनी स्कोर कार्ड. इन द स्कोर कार्ड दे जस्ट गिव यू परसेंटाइल. ओके, सो then advantage आता है difficult slot वालों को. So fourth was the most difficult one. So if you have to arrange, slot 4 was the most difficult one, followed by slot 3, followed by slot 2, and maybe you can call 1 is equal to 5, almost equal. Okay, although no one knows all the any other slot apart from their own, but this is what we get as the feedback from students. Okay, so yesterday there were difficult RCs, there were number system, geometry in the evening. Okay, and then synonyms, antonyms were also tricky, but today everything was easy. Okay, तो ये सुनने में आ रहा है कि this was easy. Okay, so that's what the feedback is. Now let's wait for the result, and then you will get to know कि क्या actual में जाता है. These are just mere predictions. So if you're scoring 160 plus today, then possibly you could get into JB. Okay, and in the previous slots, slot 4 was hell. Okay, slot 3 and 2 were doable, like moderate. I would not say that very difficult. That should be the level जो हमने slot 2 और 3 में देखा. That should be the ideal level, and this turned out to be on the easier side. Okay, so now let's see that what happens in the result. Then only you will get to know कि क्या result जाता है, and accordingly you will get the scorecard, right? So let's wait for it, and please do like this video and appreciate our work for the revision sessions as well as the analysis sessions for all these MHCT slots. Okay, now some advice to next year aspirants, जो लोग इसे बाद में देखेंगे वीडियो को और जो अभी भी देख रहे हैं, तो अगर कोई नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए टारगेट कर रहा है, सो व्हाट शुड बी योर थिंग्स, राइट? फर्स्ट थिंग इज डू नॉट ट्रस्ट दिस एग्जाम. अभी रिजल्ट भी आना बाकी है. रिजल्ट विल बी मोर शॉकिंग. ठीक है, एग्जाम तो शॉकिंग होता ही है, इट्स रिजल्ट इज इवन मोर शॉकिंग. ठीक है, सो डू नॉट ट्रस्ट दिस एग्जाम. पेपर कैन बी ऑफ एनी डिफिकल्टी लेवल, कुछ भी रैंडम आ जाता है. इट इज योर लक. ठीक है, वो जो एक होता है ना रशियन रॉलेट, लाइक इसमें बंदूक, लाइक यू like one might have a bullet, another might not have. Okay, so this is what happens with the examination. एक slot बहुत easy आ सकता है, एक slot बहुत difficult आ सकता है. So it is very random exam. So do not trust this exam, especially if you are a non-Maharashtrian candidate. This should be your last option. ठीक है, इसके भरोसे मत रहा करो, क्योंकि बहुत unstandard, like some exams are very standard, like NMAT is very standard, CAT is very fair. कैट में क्या होता है, नॉर्मलाइजेशन सब ठीक कर देता है. देर आर माइनर डिफरेंसेस अक्रॉस स्लॉट्स एंड दैट इज एडजस्टेड वेरी वेल. ठीक है, दे आर वेरी ट्रांसपेरेंट इन द प्रोसेस. कोई गलत क्वेश्चन होता है, दे एडमिट इट एंड थिंग्स गेट चेंज्ड. ओके, सो द थिंग इज, like, if you are a non-Maharashtrian, then you should not be targeting this exam, right? That should be your last attempt कि हाँ कुछ भी नहीं हुआ तब तैयारी करेंगे, बट ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ मुझे टारगेट करके चलना, बिकॉज वेरी 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 tough exam, tough in the sense that very random process and tough to crack also. So that should be your last resort, and prepare every topic tested in MBA exams very well. ठीक है, जैसे इस बार कई हमने देखा कि ज्योमेट्री आ गई, नंबर सिस्टम आ गया. ना इफ अ पर्सन इज अ कैट और जैट एस्पिरेंट या स्नैप इस तरह के एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन की होगी, यू वुड बी एबल टू टैकल दिस एग्जाम इन अ बेटर वे इन सम ऑफ द स्लॉट्स. अब क्या होगा कि लेट्स से कल के एग्जाम की बात करते हैं, स्लॉट 4. इफ someone is good at geometry, okay, must have covered it very well. ठीक है, तो ज्योमेट्री में उसका अच्छा स्कोर बन जाएगा. ऑन द अदर साइड जो सिर्फ नॉर्मल सीईटी की प्रिपरेशन करता है, ज्योमेट्री ज्यादा नहीं की होगी, वुड हैव स्ट्रगल्ड. सिमिलरली स्लॉट 3 आल्सो, नंबर सिस्टम एंड अदर्स, पीपल डू नॉट प्रिपेयर यूजुअली. ओके, सो दैट वुड हैव बीन अ ट्रिकी थिंग. सो नंबर सिस्टम, ज्योमेट्री जो अभी तक यूजुअली नहीं आते थे, प्रिपेयर देम आल्सो वेल, because anything could be tested, right? So right from, like, यूजुअली लोग अरिथमेटिक करके जाते थे, एंड इनने आउट ऑफ सिलेबस दे दिए कुछ स्लॉट्स में. ओके, सो प्रिपेयर ईच एंड एवरी टॉपिक. in like English, work on vocab also, because lot of questions on vocab, and that is something. If your vocab is strong, you would have like nailed this exam. At least the English section you could have an upper edge over others. Okay, go through past cat or zat papers for RCs and LR. Right, this year what we noticed is they've just copy pasted in some of the slots. Okay, so the thing is, like, if you have uh, gone through these papers, so अगर कोई CET की dedicated preparation कर रहा है, especially Maharashtrian students, because they majorly prepare for this exam, so go through past CAT ZAT papers for RCs and LR, इनके आंसर नोट कर लो, because as it is कॉपी पेस्ट कर लेना, एक नोटबुक बना लो, कैट 2017 ये आरसी आए थे, इसका आंसर ये था, इसका आंसर ये था, इसका आंसर ये था, याद कर लो. दैट इज गोइंग टू बी अ सीक्रेट चीट कोड. ओके, चीट कोड है इसको क्रैक करने का, बिकॉज अगर आपके स्लॉट में ये चीजें आ जाती हैं, लाइक कॉपीड आरसीज एंड ऑल, देन यू आर गोइंग टू हैव एन इमेंस एडवांटेज ओवर अदर्स. मान लो किसी ने सारे जैट के आरसीज और वो सब कर लिए थे अगर स्लॉट 4 में, ठीक है, मस्ट हैव नेल्ड द एग्जामिनेशन. Okay, so that is what you get. Okay, so that's a cheat code if they follow the same things. Like, yes, last year also they happened to do this thing. Okay, cutoff and percentile, see, it is difficult to predict. 130 plus in slot 5, can't say 130 plus, maybe let's say 90 8.5 to 99. Okay, so now CAT that students had an advantage in yesterday's paper. ठीक है, अनफेयर एडवांटेज का हो या फेयर एडवांटेज का हो, राइट, मेहनत तो की है ना उन्होंने कहीं तो, सो दैट इज नॉट कॉल्ड अनफेयर एडवांटेज, बट यस एडवांटेज, यू वोंट कॉल इट अनफेयर बिकॉज दे डिड प्रिपेयर फॉर अदर एग्जाम्स ऑल्सो. सो डू नॉट रियलाई ओनली ऑन दिस एग्जाम. ठीक है, दैट इज द फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग, कि अगर आप सोचो कि मैं महाराष्ट्र सिटी प्राइमरी टारगेट लेके चलता हूँ, दैट इज नॉट टू बी डन, राइट, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. लाइक कैट को आप प्राइमरी टारगेट लेके चल सकते हो, बिकॉज कैट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूट्स थ्रू इट, गुड इंस्टीट्यूट्स, but never take this exam as a first priority. That should be your last priority among the examinations. Very unfair exam, no transparent process. Now exam is unfair, results will be even more shocking. I'm telling you, I mean, people will cry after results. That's the same story every year, we have been seeing this. Okay, yeah, cubes and dice and other also. हाँ, so it's not a joke, it's a cheat code, right? आंसर नोट करके याद कर चलो. व्हाट इफ दिस थिंग हैपेंस, अगर मान लो आरसीज आए थे इनसे और डायरेक्ट आपको सीधे याद थे, आपने कहीं नोट बनाए हुए थे, तो आपको एडवांटेज है ना. 15 क्वेश्चन आपके ऐसे बन गए, मान लो 15 क्वेश्चंस, दैट वुड क्रिएट अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस, राइट, बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट सॉल्व दोस आरसीज सिटिंग देयर इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. Okay, that's a secret cheat code which you can use possibly. Normalization promises are usually fake. Okay, so if you believe that normalization is going to happen, uh, sorry, it does not happen. It's not been happening. पेपर भी इनने कहा था, एटलीस्ट इनने एक चीज जो चेंज की वो कर दी कि 75 25 50 50, विच वॉज नॉट द केस टिल नाउ. ठीक है, रैंडम हो रहा था, वो इनने सेक्शन वाइज कर लिया. नॉर्मलाइजेशन इट्स स्टिल अ जोक. Let's hope that it happens, but I have very less hopes, very little hopes. I don't trust them, right? So जब रिजल्ट आएगा, then it would be even more shocking to see that how your scores turn out to be. Okay, so you cannot guarantee, like especially non महाराष्ट्र तो गारंटी कर ही नहीं सकता कि JBIMS मिलेगा. Okay, so this is it about this examination. Now this is probably one of the last examinations. You have CUET also tomorrow if some people are appearing on this exam, and then CMAT, there is no hope till now, like no such notification. So होगा कि भी नहीं होगा, that is not sure, because अभी तक तो एग्जाम के नोटिफिकेशन आके एडमिट कार्ड एटलीस्ट आ जाते हैं, इस साल अभी नोटिफिकेशन ही नहीं आया है. ओके, सो वेरी अनलाइकली दैट इट माइट हैपन. ओके, सो एंड application forms are also closed on institutes. So in case your examinations did not turn out to be good and you are thinking of repeating and are looking for a trusted source for your preparation that will help you in CAT, not only CAT but other exams also. Okay, so we are starting a CAT 2024 batch 2 very soon. Next week we will be launching it probably. Okay, so if you are interested, you can join it, right? You can connect for details. You can ping me on Telegram or WhatsApp. about the details of this course, and like start early, and this will cover the entire syllabus, so you will be well prepared. जो लोग कह रहे थे कि unfair advantage था CET में, that was not unfair advantage, that was because they had put efforts on learning more things. Okay, so this we will be starting very soon. So if you know someone who is looking for preparation, you can recommend them. Okay, and this is one of the places wherein you can trust, right? We put a lot of efforts in giving the best content, teaching in the best manner, and helping you with all exams, not only CAT. अभी लोग सोचते हैं कि हाँ ये CAT के लिए यहाँ enroll कर लो, वहाँ enroll कर लो. Later on they realize कि like the content is not good, and at many places like there is no help thereafter, but here you will get assistance for all exams. Okay, so if you do not clear CAT, then we will help you in एंड मैट स्नैप एज वेल. तो इस बार भी जो लास्ट ईयर भी जो स्टूडेंट्स थे, कुछ लोग कैट नहीं भी क्रैक कर पाए, कुछ लोग SIBM में कन्वर्ट कर लिए हैं, NMIMS कन्वर्ट कर लिए हैं, एंड अदर्स. ओके, सो दैट विल बी द केस. So this was the analysis of CET this year. I don't think there is any sixth slot. ठीक है, so that is like there is no sixth slot, I guess. या कोई था, I did not get any information of any sixth slot from any of the students. So this is done, just wait for the results, and as I said that do not trust this examination, do not take it as a primary exam. और अगर आप महाराष्ट्र कैंडिडेट्स हो, देन ऑफ कोर्स स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फ्रॉम नाउ इटसेल्फ. सॉल्व पास्ट कैट जैट पेपर्स टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. लाइक अगर आपको डेफिनेटली चाहिए, और you it's a bet, right, which slot you get depends on slot to slot. So unfair results. So exam was shocking, the results will be even more shocking. Okay, uh, yes, it's a tricky game. Okay, so all the best for the results who have done well, and like just hope that the result goes good this time, and then we'll get to know that what actually is happening. Result should be out in like 3-4 weeks, मतलब 2-3 हफ्तों में भी आ जाता है कभी कभी. So around maybe you can expect end of March or April beginning they should announce the results. Okay, अब रिजल्ट में ही पता चलेगा नॉर्मलाइजेशन होगा नहीं होगा, हाउ इज इट, दैट्स नो ट्रांसपेरेंसी इन दिस. Okay, result date would be like announced soon, like maybe it will take 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks तो एटलीस्ट मान के चलो, इतना तो लग ही सकता है. Okay, so that is it for the analysis session. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like this.